And now, welcome to the Rondo Community Music Series here at Walker West Music Academy in beautiful St. Paul, Minnesota, the capital city of Minnesota. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us here on this Saturday evening. Today was April the 5th, and some important historical moments took place. I won't drag Walker West into any political arena, but I just want to say I saw it happening, and it was outstanding to see so many people come together for a cause. So thank you. If you were a part of it, thank you. If you know somebody who was, thank you. That's all I want to say to you. My name is Jackie Maddox. I'm Lady J from KFAI Radio. And we, the people, thank all of you for being here. And with that said, I have been told to stick to the script, so that's what I'm going to do. And the script says, today we are pleased. We are just going to be astounded by the presence of Miss Marie Chante. Marie Chante is a dynamic poet. She's a spoken word artist. She's a writer with an extensive body of work that includes over 1,000 poems, monologues, and short stories. Her poetry has enriched events from award banquets to Black History Month celebrations. She has graced stages across the country, including notable productions like Steel Storm and Mind Games. Marie's modeling credits include PlusSize Fine, Worth My Weight in Gold calendar. She is currently working on a screenplay and enjoys blending music with poetry. But personally, I want to tell you her beauty and her grace are unparalleled. When you see this young lady, you're going to think, oh, wow, I want that calendar. And today she's going to be joined by a plethora of A-plus musicians that include Mr. Kavish Kavaraj on piano, Mr. Ted Olson on bass, Mr. Kevin Washington on the drums, and our curator of the music series, Mr. Ernest Bisong on the violin. Put your hands together as we welcome this ensemble to our stage here at Walker West.
We say their names. God, I thank you for this gift. I thank you for this moment. I thank you for my ancestors and elders and mother and father, my aunties and uncles, my friends and loved ones. I thank you for my babies, my beautiful babies, and my grandbabies. I thank you for these poems that write themselves on the inside of me before a pen or a paper ever meet. I thank you for the words that create me. I thank you for the rhythm inside of me that keeps me going. I thank you for this heartbeat. I thank you that I am one with this gift. And when I open my mouth, I praise you. I thank you. Let you be glorified in all that we do. I am but a vessel, and that's why I'm here, humbly thanking you. Hello. How are you? Thank you all for coming. You look beautiful. There are some people that might come, so excuse them. My name is Marie Chante. I am a poet and spoken word artist. I love music to the core of me. I often say that I'm the little girl that Walker West began this school for, and I am so very grateful that we're here. I want to thank you all for coming. Give yourselves a hand. I'm going to share some poems, and they are going to do what they do. Do you mind? Okay, thank you. I'm also nervous, believe it or not, like extremely nervous. I threw up earlier. I was so nervous. So I do this thing when I'm nervous and I come to the mic. And I open my mouth and I let the butterflies out. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna have this fan with me because, you know, it helps. I remember being a poet and having the ability to hear words asking me to write them. I remember the goosebumps and chills up my spine when I opened wide, stretched and exposed, willing to be vulnerable. I remember the peace and the passion, the freedom and the fuel, the hunger and the emptiness whenever I stayed away too long. Away from my pen and pad, away from my journals and pencils, away from the call to come breathe with us. I remember how my body felt when the butterflies danced on the inside of me before my name was called at an open mic. Some nights, I would scan the audience, looking for an elder poet, one with more wisdom, poise, and grit. Someone who knew a properly placed fuck wasn't a cuss word. It was irrational and necessary. Most nights, I'd find them before stepping to the stage and I'd stand next to them, much like a child should be able to sit at the feet of elders, listen and learn, and they taught me well. To only speak when a truth, my truth, or someone else's, needed me to be a vessel, to be humble and bold, consistent and convincing, because if I were anything else, someone who needed that poem, those poems, the poem they crawled there to hear might suffocate. I remember people needing to breathe and me helping them breathe better. The rape victim became a survivor. The single dad appreciated the truth. The little brown girl in Pasadena said my poems made her feel pretty. The woman in Brooklyn remembered not everything about her childhood was bad. The couple in Chicago kissed and made up. The mother who lost her child said her heart healed a little. And there I was, being a poet, breathing and helping them breathe better. And then it was my turn, And so I went inside myself to help me breathe better, because life happened and death came for 5 whole years straight and snatched up my loved ones, tried to kill me and some smiles that I couldn't imagine living without. I tried to take a deep breath, poem something that would heal my wounds, but I was suffocating. And those words were lost. And I was losing myself searching for them, to write them, to read them, to be able to poem them. I couldn't hear them, didn't feel them or taste them, couldn't see them. They were not on my skin or up my spine. I couldn't force myself to be a poet. I didn't force them to come to me. I knew they would trust me again someday. Knew the words would wake me again and ask me to write them. I knew because I remembered what it was like to be a poet. Strong and stretched wide open, vulnerable. It felt good, and it feels good now. Dress has pockets. I love it. Thank you. I'll tell the backstory behind this dress a little later, but I just thought that was so cute. I thought y'all needed to know that my dress had pockets. So April is National Poetry Month, hence why, they let little old me join the club. And this poem was written on April 1st, 2017. It's called B-Bop on a Breeze. My neighbor has been practicing strings for a little over a year. In the beginning, our windows were wide open on a nice day like this, and I could tell they were frustrated with the lessons. There were quite a few cuss words, some ah shit moments, and then suddenly their window slammed shut. But tonight, they sound beautiful. Spring in the air, sunset type of beautiful. And my ears, as wide open as the smile on my face. Just as a breeze blew, a B-Bop danced from their window and floated right into mine. It made my heart happy, reminded me of jazz, inspired me to capture the moment, to write a poem, to tuck it inside today's pocket and keep it there. I wonder if that neighbor is still practicing the strings. I've moved away since then, so if you're watching, neighbor, this poem was about you. just a thought. I ain't fit for nor fixated on an infatuated love affair. I'd much rather young love grow old together, weather the storms, calm our nerves, and fall asleep in our favorite easy chairs. Trust takes time to tend to. You can't build it overnight. What good it does us if circumstances got you begging me to be patient and forgiving, and yet you bounce after the first fight. I am a woman, solid in all my entirety. Yes, I can hold you down, but say, man, how high can you lift me? I've touched the moon, danced in circles around stars, keepsakes stashed in my heart's pocket led us to where we are. And with all that you know about us, from our oldest to our most current memory, you know the truth. You, me, we ain't fit for nor fixated on an infatuated love affair. Just right here, right now, come, calm my nerves, love. Come, brush my hair. Sometimes I'll write myself love stories because companionship is important. And I feel like if I go inside myself and I can be a companion to myself and my love poems will hug me, then that means a lot. And so that's what that was about. It was a, oh yeah, I just need my hair brushed, you know, kind of moment. And it's important for me, at least, to be able to do that, because when you come from where I come from, then love don't necessarily show up in the traditional way. But you got to see it like, I love her green hair, or I love her pink sweater, or, you know, I love Liz's smile. You got to be able to be in the moment. And so that's what a lot of my poems are. They're about experiences, mine or someone else's. I did not tell them to do that. I used to think I was damaged goods, haunted by one too many memories of being broken in spaces I was supposed to be safe. I felt stained and unwanted, like everything sacred that I yearned for within me was lost in the fire. Now, not so much. It refined me, and that is why I shine. Yesterday, I watched pain rise from her core. She stood strong for them, and I carry her pieces. And every time the words, "I can't believe my baby sister is dead," rolled off of her tongue, she fell apart in my hands. Although she didn't shed a tear, she didn't come undone. She had already unraveled, searched for threads to sew herself back together. Memories and smiles of the two of them that they shared. "I just cannot believe my baby sister is dead," she said. Silence, a hole, a space only God can touch. I searched her face for permission to be sad for her, to wrap her inside my heart to be brave, and then she dozed off for 10 minutes. I watched her sleep and my heart cried. She, still strong, seemed serene and surreal. "You know," she said, opening her eyes, "my count was off, maybe. I don't know. But how do you plan an immediate family-only funeral? How do you count 10 people to stay, rotate, wear masks, stand 6 feet away? What is this thing that has shaken our lives, governing bodies both dead and alive? Suppose this was all a dream, one nightmare shy of a reality that we can change, where sickness and disease does not exist, and my best friend's baby sister lived forever, and her mama wasn't lost inside the pain of losing her child, and her younger sister didn't have to cry for the both of them. What if my heart didn't carry the pain for them? Today, she ain't here no more. I can't touch her. I can't see her smile. I can't hear her laugh. I can't hug her or brush her hair or let her brush mine. She ain't calling me for no reason, just to catch up and check on us. We won't be taking any more road trips or hitting the mics or the studios or swooning over our babies and grandbabies on this side of heaven or hell. I can't tell. All I know is that she ain't here no more. And I already miss her companionship. I envisioned her services beautiful and heavenly. Nobody but God could have orchestrated a love story like this. And then boom, it hit me. My best friend ain't here no more. She ain't here no more. Y'all, I woke up at 6 o'clock this morning because I had a 7 a.m. makeup appointment. And I knew that when I got my makeup done this morning that I would cry because I wanted to. The vulnerability, that it takes to be a poet or an artist, because I'm pretty sure the musicians have it too. The vulnerability that it takes to use a gift that God has given you in front of an audience is not easy. And so that poem was really a free write that I posted on Facebook when I shared the information about my best friend's funeral. She passed away on Christmas Day, 2024. And she called me one day and she said, "Sister friend, I got something I think you would like. I mean, it'll fit you perfectly. I like it, but it don't fit me right. It's a dress. I think you'll like it." And this is that dress. And she, thank you. She was beautiful. Her name is Kimberly Marie White. Kimber Love, a poet in her own right also. And I could just remember the smile on my face and the smile on her face when she gave me this dress and I tried it on. But I also wore it today because our late board president or board chair, Barbara Doyle, also liked this dress. And when I'm taking up space as a poet, I like to remember the people who loved on me in ways that I couldn't explain or ways that I didn't know, but just instantly. And Kimber Love was one of those people, and Miss Barbara Doyle was one of those people. And then in January, my auntie Roni passed away, and she was one of those people. And a week ago today, we had her memorial service, and my family, hi family, are on Crowdcast right now. I love y'all. My mama, my aunties, my sisters, my cousins, my babies and grandbabies, they're all watching. And so this poem is a request. And we don't have to do music with it, but I'm not going to get in trouble by my mama and my auntie and them by not fulfilling their request. So if you don't mind, I'm going to do an old poem for them. Okay? Okay. Thank you. Mama, I'm hungry and there's nothing to eat. Mama, I'm hungry, plenty of canned goods and no meat. Mama, I'm hungry, you're the mom, what are you gonna do? And with tears running down my face, I said, baby, mama's hungry too. Mama, I'm hungry, he says. Mama, I'm hungry, he says. This boy running in the house, his hands are dirty, his face is dirty, and he's headed for my refrigerator talking about, Mama, I'm hungry. Son, go in the bathroom and wash your hands and face and get an apple for a snack. But Mama, I'm hungry, he says. Mama, I'm hungry is the name of a song that my children sing on a daily basis. And when the cupboards are bare and the refrigerator only has the bare necessities, my pretty brown babies look to me. And as I season their meals with the salt from my tears, I hear, Mama, I'm hungry. Mama, I'm hungry, he said. No sooner than he had eaten an apple. Boy, what is wrong with you? Mama, I'm hungry. So I reach into the cupboard and I grab the graham crackers and I pour him a glass of milk and I say, here, sit down and eat this and leave me alone because Oprah's coming on. You see, back then in my house, there was only one rule. Between the hour of 4 and 5, if he ain't bleeding, broken, or ain't stopped breathing, then don't mess with me because it was my only downtime. But Mama, I'm hungry, he says. Son, this time when I fix your plate, you better eat everything on it. Don't you come to me 5 minutes after you ate talking about Mama, I'm hungry. But Mama, I'm hungry, he says. Son, sit down and talk to me. What are you hungry for? Why isn't he here, Mom? Why doesn't my daddy love me, Mama? Why isn't my daddy here? I said, son, your daddy does love you, and him not being here has nothing to do with you. You see, he and I couldn't love each other like we needed to love each other, so instead of us being together, we decided to split and be friends. But I promise you this. I promise you he loves you with everything a father has inside of him to love you with, and if I could say it in his voice, then I will, because, baby, I love you. And I remember the first time I felt you moving inside my womb, I knew whoever you'd be special. So when you see yourself in the mirror, I want you to know that you are loved. And whether you are in your father's presence or not, I want you to know he loves you. But Mama, I'm hungry, he says. Mama, I'm hungry, and there's nothing to eat. Mama, I'm hungry, plenty of canned goods and no meat. Mama, I'm hungry, you're the mom, what are you gonna do? And with tears running from my heart, I said, baby, mama's hungry too. Shout out to Crowdcast. Thank you for joining us. That is a classic. Thank you, Kevin. So that poem was not a written poem. There used to be a open mic night Keith Baker, a friend of ours, used to have this restaurant, and one of my mentors, Lisa Soul Testimony, she used to have this spot called Soul Sounds. And that poem, I was up doing laundry one night, and that the hook to that poem came to me. And then the next day, it was an open mic, and I got on stage, and those words came out. And I caught them, and I've been saying them ever since. And that is one of my favorite poems, but a lot of other people requested. And so last Saturday when my auntie asked me to hear it, I was like, I don't feel like doing it right now because, again, it was at the end of my auntie's memorial. But I knew that I would have to do it today, so there we go. Kept random things, lottery numbers, grocery lists, her dentures, his cigarette pack, the things that they touched often or that could make me smile whenever I randomly ran across them. Sometimes I'll open the box where I stuffed their things inside and I'll inhale their scent. And if the box is out of reach and I need their strength, then I search my memories. This morning, while on my 5th lap of butterfly strokes in the pool, I remember stuffing anxiety in a box. Thinking to myself that this isn't it. And I can't make myself give up or give way to the fear that comes along with grief or the insides of me coming undone and unraveling. And I can't undo it or let go of the random thoughts that I would drown in this pool because they're gone. I miss them both simultaneously. My papa and my grandma. And suddenly, my breath got short. My eyes burned from the chlorine and the tears. And I almost panicked. Water got in my nose, and for a brief moment, I forgot how to breathe. To inhale and exhale, to relax and keep going, to stand up and collect myself, to keep myself and keep going. I'm not sure if Rudy was a swimmer, but my grandmother didn't swim. But I gathered my composure and I kept swimming. I kept my focus. I kept my mind and my heart in the moment. I thought about their smiles and their voices. I thought about their memories and the love that they have for me. The things that cannot be boxed. The things that I touch often, trusting they will make me smile when I come across them. The lifelines that keep me afloat whenever grief randomly creeps up and tries to drown me in the fear and anxiety that comes along with it. I drown out the noise. I smile. I remember that they loved me. And I keep going. Thank y'all. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you. So, hi y'all. How are you? I see Walker West students in the house. Hi y'all. It is an honor and a privilege to work here. Again, I feel like I'm the little girl. The little girl inside me feels like she's the person who Reverend Walker and Mr. West opened up these doors for back in 1988. And I get to work here now. If you don't know, my name is Marie Chante Flowers. I am the Director of Outreach and Student Services here. I started off as a parent. A friend of mine who I met in college called me one day. She was a student services coordinator, and she said, we need numbers to fill our summer camp, and your son is the right age. Can you find him, or can you bring him and 2 of his friends? Because I need 3 people. And I said, okay. And that was summer 2008. And I've been here in one capacity or the other ever since. And Lord willing, I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. I have the awesome burden of making sure the musicians' schedules are together and the students are happy, and that all babies, whether they are 0 to 6 months or pushing 100, have access to music. And it's important that we do this work, and I'm grateful to be doing it. And so I have a goal. I want to raise $1 million. I do. I want to raise $1 million for tuition only, tuition and scholarships. And thank you. I want to do that because I hear often parents say, how much is it? And when I tell them, and then they say, oh, okay. Is there a way, like, do you guys offer tuition assistance, or is there a way that we can offset the cost? And I say, yep. And I also struggled in school. I'm the kid who got really good grades up until junior high, and then math did something to my brain when trauma did something to my brain, and then the numbers and my wires didn't cross anymore. So I realized that numbers are important. Y'all, they got the kid who struggled with math, crunching the numbers, and I love it. My brain is tickling when I do this work, and it is amazing. So you can really learn new things all the time. And so I said all of that to say thank you for supporting us. This work that we do does not come easy, and nor do we think it comes easy, but it is worth it. It is worth it to be in our offices in here. Mr. West scream out, yeah, when a kid hits a milestone, or to see a kid who was struggling, or to see, the instructors get happy about what their students are doing. That work is meaningful to us, and so that's why we're here. So I want to thank you for supporting us. I want to ask you to continue to support. If you are on Crowdcast right now, you want to hit that donate button, do so. Please do. And so, yeah. But no, that's a goal. That's a real life goal, $1 million. So if y'all know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody, just let them know. Come to us, okay? Okay, thank you. So I asked them to just play, and I want to fall back and fall on the music and let the music catch me, because sometimes that's what it feels like. When you're sitting inside music and you just float, or you hear a song that's relevant to whatever you're going through, I love when that happens. I want love wrapped all around me, to hold me tight and let me come undone. to give me a reason to smile and dance across the floor, to float and be happy unapologetically. I want to climb outside of myself and go and hug as many people who need the hugs, because they say if you have at least 8 hugs a day, then you'll live longer, and we need to live longer. I have grandbabies now, 4 and 1 on the way. It is amazing to me how these little people can see me and smile every single time, and I love it. To be there with them in the moment, to have love kiss me. Her name really is Love, y'all. To see grandsons that smile so happy. To see baby Mona look at me and ask, are you happy? I love it. When Yaya, this baby who so unexpectedly was born on my papa's birthday, look at me with eyes so bright when I sing his song. There is nothing in this world that these babies can do wrong, and yet here we are trying to fix a broken infrastructure where they will need to grow up in. I cannot stand the fact that these babies will have to breathe the air that's toxic someday. And yet, they make this world go round. They are the love that wraps around me and allow me to come undone. They help me to sing my songs. These babies who did not ask to be here, yet here they are. Keep me going strong. They are the reason that I'm happy on my most days. And when depression grabs me and has me in a chokehold, these babies call my name and I know that I am whole again. I can come undone sometimes, unravel at the seams and be loose and still feel like I'm altogether happy, because love found me in the middle of everything, wraps itself all around me and allows me to come undone. I will float on it, and I will find my way through to navigate this world, to teach these babies to be happy too, because there is absolutely nothing, and I do mean nothing, that matters most than when a baby reaches and hugs you. Are you enjoying yourselves? Yeah? Thank you. That's earnest, y'all. That's Ted Olson. Go Kavi! dream. Like, I have my dream job. I get to be with and work around some really incredible musicians, and I love it here. I'm not as nervous, you guys. Thank you. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you. I'm not as nervous anymore, but I was really nervous earlier, you guys. It was oh my gosh. I knew I was done for when I was throwing up. Like, why are you puking, girl? You've done this before. Every time I don't care. I'm always nervous when I'm on the mic. So, and I'm okay with that. I don't think I get nervous because I'm afraid to do it or that I don't want to do it. I get nervous because it's all that energy, that really good energy bubbling up. So, okay. We got about 10 more minutes. Is that okay? Okay, cool. So this is a poem that I'm working on, and you guys are going to be the first to hear it. It's an ode to the single people, okay? Any singles in the house? Yeah? All right. I'm not alone. Okay. This person right here was like, Good. It's okay to be single. So. And by the way, it's unwritten and unrehearsed, okay? So just bear with us. I'm no stranger to the dating scene. I've been around the block a time or two. I understand and know the importance of being able to sit with someone who shows an interest in you and wanting to be yourself. But sometimes we gotta wear masks, even before COVID happened. I want to sit with the people who will allow me to take those masks off, who will allow me to simply be myself because I'm pretty dope, trust me. And I'm not saying that to, toot my own horn, although, boop, boop, I am pretty dope. I'm saying that because I've had to sit with myself enough to know that I enjoy my own company. And I'm a mess sometimes, but I'm worth it. And I can sit with others as they show their mess, and I can love them and accept them without being brought into it. And I can honor who they are because we're human when we get down to it. And I have a preference and I'm unapologetic about it, but still, I can love you. I can love you in spaces inside yourself where you didn't think existed. And I can help you out of that rut in that mud and you feel like you don't understand or know or trust. Trust me, because I know how to pray. And I know how to ask God to help you heal because my earnest prayer is I want what's best for you. God's best. I want God's best for you, even if that isn't me. And sometimes that honesty will choke me, but it's true. Because if you're not God's best for me, then I don't want you either, you see. We can simply be friends, but before we can be friends, I need you to understand and trust that I know who I am. I'm worthy of love. This smile is not pretentious. I wear it because I'm honored to be happy, to have lived through the trauma that I have lived through and still be able to offer love at all is a blessing, you see. I understand what it means to lay awake at night, wondering whether or not love will find you in this lifetime, to wrap you inside yourself, not just the familiar kind, but the romantic kind that we all sometimes crave. I want that to the core of me. And so I sit with myself on most days, and I am honored because when I see myself, I smile and it's genuine. So if you are showing an interest in me and you want to get to know me, you have to allow me to be me. And I don't mean you allow me to be me because I'm going to be an asshole. I mean you allow me to be me. I'm going to want to know your inner outs. I want to know your deep, dark secrets. I want to know who you pray to and why you pray. I want to understand and know who you trust and why. I want to know if you understand the importance of having clean water, and not just because we all need to drink it, but I want to be able to bathe myself in your honesty. I want to be able to wash some of this ickiness away. I want you to look at me and say you're worth it, and I'll stay, because that's what matters most. At the end of the day, when it's all said and done, and the pain of feeling unloved makes you want to come undone in a way that you would rather be dead, you hear the voices inside your head telling you to keep going. So just bear with it. To brace yourself. There are people in this world who crave physical touch so much when they go without it, they feel like they'd rather not breathe, not me. I understand what that pain is like. And so I'm saying, if you meet me one night and you feel like you want to date, understand that this isn't just so happen chance. There are no coincidences. Trust that fate has led us here, and that I don't come easily packaged. There are layers to unravel. There are things inside of me that I keep secrets, and for no apparent reason will allow you to hear it. And yeah, maybe I am good with the pen and I can be able to articulate it in a poem, but I promise you, I'm not just a wordplay. This is the true essence of who I am. And who I am is a person who would rather love you and see you happy than to hate you and see you hurt. Thank you. There goes those pockets. You've all been great. Thank you again for coming out. I got like 2 more in me. Is that okay? They're short. They're sweet. Don't forget to donate. I said donate and I started sweating, y'all. I saw Mr. West in the building. Are you still here, Mr. West? Hi, Mr. West. Hi. I'm well. How are you? Thank you. Thank you, and Reverend Walker, for opening your doors. And look where we are now. You guys, guess what? We're having a grand opening. Have you heard? She said no. Okay, so then you need to hear. Friday and Saturday, actually, April 25th and 26th. It's our grand opening. And we're inviting all of our friends and neighbors to come and check us out. A full day of festivities. The grand opening, like the ribbon cutting, will be that Friday, but the Saturday, it's all day. So wear your good shoes so that you can, stick around and your feet won't hurt at the end of the night, okay? Okay. Come see us. Okay. So this one doesn't require music, but y'all can do what y'all do. If y'all feel it, then go ahead, because do what y'all do. I trust y'all. What's the name of this one? Happy? This is Ernest and Kevin. Kevin was back here scatting earlier. So, anyway. Every now and then, for no apparent reason, the insides of me smile. And then there I am, wondering why I'm crying. Are these happy tears or the tears that you feel when you've been healed? Are these tears of sadness, and or if they are, why am I sad right now? I often take inventory over this life that I've lived. I'm just a girl from Inglewood. Chicago is still home, although I have been here for most of my life. Some people look at me and they ask, are you happy? No, like genuinely happy? And I would be remiss if I didn't say, well, not all the time, but yeah, I am. I'm happy. I'm happy that I get to get up every day and I feel a sense of urgency to live, especially after having suicide ideations. I'm happy that I get to live every day in the grief of not having my loved ones here. I'm happy that I can actually look at myself in the mirror and stand the sight of the person looking back at me. I'm happy because I'm me. I'm happy even when I don't understand why. I'm happy because my life is happening. You see, deep down in me, there is a joy that is to be unrooted. And I get that happiness is fleeting. It comes and it goes. But this joy, this irreplaceable joy, I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. So yeah, when they ask me, are you genuinely happy or are you pretending? No, baby, I'm happy. Believe me, if I wasn't feeling it, I'd show you that too. But I'm happy that I get to wake up every day and do what I love. Thank you. Yeah, we can do one, like, it's, hold on, we want to give the people what they paid for. It's 1 more minute. Okay, come on. Let's jam out, y'all. This is the part of music where you improvise. Musicians are really good at it. And then as a spoken word artist, as a poet, I get to freestyle. So I just get to say stuff and make it sound good. So that's what I'm trying to do right now. There are poems inside of me that are begging to be written, and I will write them. There are books that I've promised myself and my audience that I will write, and I promise I will write them. I believe that when the time aligns and everything is together, then it will happen just the way that it's supposed to happen. But I also know that there is a space where you have to plan and prioritize, according to Braxton. Get it done because it can be done. So that's what I'll do. I'll plan and prioritize. I'll remind the little girl in me that she can do big things. I'll understand and know that when my wires cross and I'm confused, that there is time and space to reevaluate, go back into myself and do it. There are opportunities in this world for us to be great. You just got to sign up for them. There are moments where we may not necessarily feel like it, but it still has to be done. I've learned that that's called discipline. So when the babies look at me and they ask why they got to do something, because you do. And you'll thank me later. I remember being told that. Remember being told that I should do tough things. Remember being told that mediocrity does not make you special. You should not be comfortable with living just because you can does not mean you should. I know that there are poems inside of me waiting to be written, and I will write them. I will live out my greatest truth. I will earn everything and every smile, and I am grateful because every time God smiles on me, I am grateful to be here. Thank you.
together one more time. The Marie Chante Syndicate.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Kaviesh Kavarash, piano. Ted Olson, bass. Mr. Kevin Washington on drums. And the curator of our Rondo Community Music Series, Mr. Ernest Bisong on violin. It's not a fiddle, it's a violin. And the beauty herself, put your hands together, Marie Chante.
Thank you.
Do you have recorded music anywhere, my dear?
Well, there's Mama I'm Hungry is on YouTube.
That is not the same. I'm a radio DJ. I mean, something I can put in the disc and
want,
play on the
you
radio.
Know what? See,
like
as
I
a matter
have
of
Mr.
fact,
Kaviesh Kavaraj.
This was recorded.
I mean, something
and
that
last year
people
was
can
recorded.
purchase.
Miss J, what I've learned about Miss J, reminds you guys, I operate the Crowdcast, and so every concert, Miss J is straight into the point. And so what she asked me if I had recorded music, and I thought about the stuff that was recorded, and she like, that ain't what I'm asking for. As a matter of fact, I do. So many, many moons ago, you guys, I went into the studio with Uncle Ronald. Hi, Uncle Ronald, if you're watching. And we recorded a CD.
There you go.
Called Mama, I'm Hungry. And on this CD, there are about 10 poems. And it just so happened 2 months ago, I was cleaning up at home because, you know, sometimes you got to clean. I was cleaning up, and I found this CD. Yep, sometimes. And I found this CD. So, yes, Miss J, I do, Lady J, I do have recorded music. And, yes, I will get it to you.
But what about the rest of us?
See?
Can you burn that and make some copies for people?
You see?
And since you work here, people can always stop by and pick
You see what I'm saying? Because we do have a digital music program. So, yes, yes.
See?
Yeah.
Well, some of us are old and we like to hold the music in our hand.
Look, I don't blame you because I also have vinyl records at home. They're not mine, but they are, you know, the vinyl records that I listen to. So I get that. We need something tangible, right?
Yes, we do.
So about that $1 million fundraiser, that's part of that work that I want. Because we have this, it costs. It costs money to do all of that. And
Thank
so,
you,
yes,
Ernest.
Lady J, I will get that to you.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you so
welcome.
much.
I charge, but we'll talk about that later.
We will.
Okay.
Because I know where to find you.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Thank you. So yeah, I do though. I do have work in this world that I'm really honored to have. I promised you guys a book. That book is still coming. Those books are still coming. My therapist actually challenged me to write a trauma narrative. And I was like, yeah, I could do that. Y'all. How many of you know when you're going through therapy and you're writing that stuff, stuff comes up that you had forgot about, and you got to sit with that. And so you have stuck points. So I'm not stuck, and you know, I can do it. I'm going to do it. Watch me. You'll be watching for a while, though, because I'm not going to do it tomorrow, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. So, yeah, thank you, Lady J.
Miss Marie Chante. Thank you all for being here with us on this Saturday evening. We want to thank Jim, who is our director, Jerome, who is our sound director for this series, Mr. Benny, who's walking around with a real camera, you young people. That's how we took photographs back in the day. Liz, who is our volunteer director. And we want to thank Mr. Braxton Halsey, who is the executive director of Walker West, and Mr. West, who's sitting out there in the audience incognito. I'm Jackie Maddox, Lady J from KFAI Radio, and a blues DJ at that. So I want to leave you with something that blends poetry and blues together, because there is a precedent set for music and poetry to blend together. And I'm sure some of you are my age or older, you remember a Renaissance man from the 1920s called Langston Hughes. Most of his poetry, he wrote it purposefully in the cadence of blues music. And he did it on purpose because it's real, it's raw, and it's righteous. And I'm going to share that with you as we get ready to leave this evening. Langston Hughes says, I play it cool and dig all jive. That's the reason I stay alive. My motto as I live and learn is to dig and be dug in return. Thank you for digging what we do here at Walker West. We'll see you on the 19th, the Jack Bream Ensemble. Thank you for being here.